to the Search Buzz video recap. My name is Barry Schwartz. This is the September 7th edition of the weekly video recap of the Search Buzz. The content is found at seroundtable.com, the Search Engine Roundtable. Thanks for listening. So first up, Google AdWords has added, obviously, the new quality score we talked about last week, but they added to their reports. We saw some screenshots of how they're actually documenting what the new quality score is. So now they have a X out of 10 rating. So if your quality score is, the example we have on the SE Roundtable on September 2nd was a screenshot of the quality score of an OK quality score, which was 7 out of 10. And then it gives some advice on how you can help. In addition, they started showing the first page bid averages on the column view. Not everybody sees this, only some people do. Google also added an AdWords report called the Geographic Report. The Geographic Report basically tells you where your clicks are coming from in the world. So I have an example of a screenshot. Tell you California. They get down to the actually city, like West Hollywood, etc. So you can actually see your reports now and see which clicks are converting for you, click-through rate, average cost, etc., based on where in the world your clicks are coming from. The big news this week was Google released their own browser. They named the browser Chrome. It's Google Chrome, and you can download it at google.com/Chrome. The browser is based on Firefox, some of their infrastructure, as well as the Apple Safari, WebKit. So it pretty much renders similar to how Safari renders web pages, but it's pretty fast, and I used it myself a few times. Only available for Windows, so I'm not using it currently, but they are working on a Mac and Linux version. People love it. It's got a lot of buzz. And we actually wrote about it 4 times this week. We wanted to announce it. Then we asked people, actually we instructed people how to submit their feedback to Google on the Chrome, so on the Chrome browser. So Google opened up forums at the Google groups, and you can actually submit your feedback there. The way we titled the post, people were confused, and they actually we have about 100 comments with feedback in our post about how to give feedback to Google for Google to read. So we have about maybe Google will actually pay us for some of this feedback. It's good user study over there. In addition, we asked, is the fact that Google does not have the PageRank indicator on the Google Chrome browser an indication that Google is potentially going to remove the PageRank toolbar PageRank indicator from the actual other sites, from Internet Explorer and Firefox? I know back in December 2007, Matt Cutts of Google said that's something he would love to see, something that he would work on for a long-term goal. So maybe we're about there. I'm not sure. I think it's just something they might have left out. It would be nice to see it being removed totally. Also, Google Analytics actually started adding Chrome as a user agent for the browser statistics, and a lot of people have been noticing a lot of Chrome usage on their Chrome users on their actual websites. And for the Search Engine Roundtable on September 4th or September 3rd, actually, the usage was 6.8. I think on Thursday the usage was closer to 13% of Chrome users, which is pretty high. The average usage from people at Spin who documented was about 3.87% according to tomorrow's tally. Anyway, so take a look at it. Chrome is something that other browsers like Firefox should be worried about. Will they win the browser wars? We have a poll on that, and 44% of SEOs said no, Google will not win, but a lot of them thought they would, so let's guess time will tell. So John Mueller over at Google went ahead and responded to a Google Groups thread asking, does private domain registration have an impact on your ranking at Google, your search ranking at Google? And he said to that on Friday, as far as I know, the use of domain name privacy features generally do not influence crawling, indexing, and ranking of a website. He says feel free to use it when it makes sense. Then he added his own 2 cents. Obviously, if you're a company, why would you go ahead and hide your ownership? What are you afraid of? And obviously there are some reasons why you might use domain privacy registration, but really think about why you need it and why you should use it, and from user perspective. But generally, he said, Google does not take that into consideration when ranking a web page. Google's image search has been up and down in terms of the sensitivity of their filter, what they hide, what they show, what they don't show. We reported several times in the past, in June, and before that in December, that they've been flipping back and forth in terms of the sensitivity. So now people are suggesting that Google's, again, very sensitive in terms of what it shows and what it finds to be adult versus what it doesn't find to be adult. There's a thread over at Webmaster World. We posted about it on September 3rd. Take a look if you're interested. Also, on September 3rd, we reported that Yahoo Site Explorer had a major drop in the number of links it's reporting. I personally didn't see so many links drop, but some people are reporting over 5,000, 1,000, and so on, links being dropped. We also had similar issues back in March and October with major link drops. I'm not sure if it's some type of filtering system or if it's just a glitch over at Yahoo. I don't see anything more outside of Yahoo had not responded to that. Back in February, I spotted and posted over at Search No Land that Ask was testing out and hiding, showing about 5 ads on a page. If you used Internet Explorer on a PC, it would show 5 ads for certain keyword phrases. And these are obviously Google ads. Ask.com syndicates Google ads. But when using Firefox or Safari, browsers that typically early adopters and bloggers and influencers use, it would only show 2 or 3 ads at the top. Now it seems that Ask.com is defaulting to only show to showing 5 ads on a page, sometimes more, sometimes less, depending on the keyword. But typically they're showing a lot of ads. So by the time you actually get to the actual Tioma or Ask.com organic results, it actually you have to scroll to get there, and it's hard to find. They've done this in the past, obviously. Before back in mid 2005, Ask promised us that they would remove that, and they did back then, and now they're bringing it back, where they're reducing. They promised to reduce the ads back in 2005, and now it seems like they're promising to give us back those ads in 2008. It's a shame to see, because that means to me Google finds that, Ask finds that their organic results are less relevant than Google's paid results, and that's the message that I get. This week we posted several polls. One of the polls was basically the results of polls we asked in the past. So the first poll was, would you, if your site gets penalized in Google or another search engine, would you, 1, or A, clean up your site and request a re-inclusion request, B, quit this SEO game and play golf or something, C, burn the site and start from scratch. Back in the day, it used to be like, let's just set these sites on fire, start a new one, and blah blah blah. But that is no longer the popular answer. 78% or 61 respondents said they would rather clean up the site and request a re-inclusion request from Google. 12% actually took the joke and said, hey, I'm going to go ahead and quit the SEO game and play some golf. And the 9%, which were 7 respondents, only 7 people said they're going to actually burn the site down to the ground, forget about it, trash it, and start a new site. Those are interesting results. The next thing we posted was 44% of SEOs and SEMs say that Google browser, Chrome, won't win the browser war anytime soon, whereas 34% said yes, Google will win the browser war, and 35% of people were just downright honest and said, I have no idea, I don't care. Finally, we posted a poll where we were asking people for their feedback. Right now we have a lot of results. I think somebody might have hacked it. We have 482 results. 357 of them, or 74%, said SEO should offer refunds, whereas the rest of them, 112 votes, said no, we should not offer refunds. So I think somebody hacked that vote. It seems like somebody submitted it somehow. We use polldaddy.com for that. Google made a mistake for AdSense publishers who live in Canada. Their exchange rate they used was a mistake, and they have to flip it back or change it a little bit. So Google sent out emails, and they should be fixing that shortly. About a month ago, we reported that Web Position Gold and other search ranking tools have been basically made not to work anymore. It turned out that Google didn't do it purposely. They basically made some changes and dynamically changed changes to their actual search results page, which influenced how those search ranking tools actually scrape the pages. Finally, it seems like Web Position Gold and other search ranking tools are actually working, so give it a try. Google Maps upgraded it several months ago, or a few months ago, and they dropped off the reordering your destination. So if you're going from point A to point B to point C, and you want to change that from point A to point C to point B in that order, you weren't able to do that. Now you are able to do that. They just reinstituted that a couple days ago. So that's a nice add. This past Monday was Labor Day, September 1st, and we had a lot of logos out from the search industry, but Google and Yahoo both had no representation at all, no logo, no theme, no nothing for the days. Ooh, I really crammed a lot of data, a lot of news into that. Anyway, thanks for listening to the Search Buzz video recap. Again, it's the September 7th edition. My name is Barry Schwartz from the Search Engine Roundtable. Check us out at seroundtable.com, and see you guys next week.